So we are here with the Arlo White of Biggleswade, Josh Roberts Law, who does play-by-play for Biggleswade United. Josh, thank you so much for joining our humble little program.
No, thank you for letting me come on and speak to you guys. Um, yeah, it's been really exciting to be able to come onto my first ever podcast I've been invited to. So it's going to be great to be able to talk Biggleswade United and everything.
Fantastic. So, how did you get started covering Biggleswade? You do the play-by-play commentary for the live stream, and I think you do some other kind of video type stuff for the club. Is that correct?
Yeah, so it all started actually. So we had our national lockdown, which was about 3 months long in the United Kingdom. So from then I started making YouTube videos, but it was mainly based on video games. So I'd do weekly video game news, I'd do reviews and everything like that. And then obviously our chairman, Gian Balage, he tweeted out he was looking for basically volunteers to come and do media at Biggleswade United. So I saw this on Twitter and I thought, oh, I'll apply. I'm most likely not going to hear back, so those people apply. And I think it was about a few days later, I got an email saying that basically we can arrange for an interview with you and GM. And I was really excited about that because I thought, wow, I've never thought I'd get an opportunity like this. So I followed it through. And it basically said he wanted me to come along and do vlogs for the game. So that's sort of what I've been doing. And ever since then, I've sort of got into a bit of commentary. We now live stream on Twitch. We've started our own podcast, and there's obviously so much more we're trying to do at the club just to expand the media and sort of to replicate it on like Premier League sides do with all the media coverage, like interaction with the players, the fans, and everything. And I think like we've been doing a really good job of that this season.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, especially the Tuesday afternoons. If you promise not to tell my boss, there's plenty of times that I've pulled up the Twitch app on my phone and listened to you guys. What's been your favorite thing so far about getting to follow Biggleswade and do that commentary and stuff?
My favorite thing. I think it's just being involved in media as a subject really. So like meeting new people, doing like interviews and everything I sort of enjoy doing at home. I get to do with like other people who have the same interest as me. So I've been able to like, meet new people and improve on the things I already did on like making videos and that. So personally, for
Mm-hmm.
me, I've improved speaking to people I don't know, sort of having that confidence to go up to someone and sort of start a conversation, that which are things I used to struggle with, which I feel like I've really improved on. And also just talking on camera and that really, because that's quite a hard skill. So you're talking to nobody, even though there is an audience there, you just can't see them. So that's been sort
Yeah.
of one of the things that it took me a while to get a hang of, but I feel like I'm getting there slowly now. And it's just great to go to football games and watch football, especially when we're at a time where people and still aren't able to go to watch these games. It's been great to go up there and we sit in like the big box looking over the pitch and be able to stream and that from there. And the club's really great because they give us a lot of freedom on the stuff we can do. So like if we have opportunities or like, ideas, they'll always be willing to help us with those. And like basically, if we have something we want to do at the club, they'll always give us that opportunity to go and do that, which is really good of them.
So let's talk about the club a little bit. Are you born and raised in Biggleswade? Have you always been Biggleswade United supporter? How did you find the club?
So no, I'm actually from Cambridge, so I'm about an hour away, so quite a
Okay.
distance to be fair. Obviously I knew a Biggleswade United existed, and that because they are sponsored by Top 11, which is an app I used to play, and you also you'd always see like adverts for Biggleswade United and Top 11. I'd never quite understand why they sponsored each other at the time. It's quite confusing, and obviously they had their chairman, who's obviously a big journalist, and that, which I always felt was a bit strange in that. But like once I sort of saw the tweet and that, I sort of got involved, sort of learned about the club. It's obviously like a family club where everyone likes to help each other out. It's obviously got a community which help the club and everything as much as they can. They come to the games home and away, and then obviously we have because we have like Spanish coach and that, and obviously GM being Spanish, we sort of have like a Spanish audience as well. So I mean,
Right.
it ends up being we get so many different people from different countries, even India as well. People come and watch. And since we've been live streaming on Twitch, we've just had different fan bases from here, there, and everywhere coming together and watching games weekly. And yeah, that's sort of how I got used to the club. And obviously, once I've been there a while now, you sort of learn how they play, learn the players and that, and their personalities. And yeah, it's been really enjoyable to see all that.
So I'm very much on the Dave Parkinson bandwagon. I've been talking to our club here in Chattanooga, so much so that our coach's attorney sent a cease and desist letter. But what do you think? What are the skills that Dave Parkinson has that make him such a special player in that Biggleswade attack?
Um, I'm not sure. He was obviously a really quick and strong player, which is helps on the wing. And obviously confidence is a big thing in the team because obviously when you have that confidence, you do perform a lot better. But obviously it's the first season of me being at the club, so it's obviously the first season I've been able to experience watching him play, and he just seems to be quite clinical. Really, and any time he gets a chance, he's most likely going to take it. And he's that sort of player you look to in the team when you need a goal. He's the sort of player you look at. And he's also a great team player as well. So he's not someone who's going to start hogging the ball and not giving others the pass if they're like got a better chance on goal and such. And so I think it's just
Mm-hmm.
being a team player, working hard, and then when you do get that chance, he is very clinical. I'm presuming that's sort of come down to a lot of training and such, and just being sort of like really enjoying his game and stuff like that. Really, and I think that's why he's developed into
Yeah.
like a really good player in the league.
I think his combination of size and speed as well. I mean, you see a tall, strong player, and you kind of expect him maybe not to be as fast as he is getting to a ball, and then he's beat you to it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because you get a lot of space on these sort of like non-league games and such. So compared to like the Premier
Yeah.
League and everything, so you do get a lot more end to end, a lot more chances in that. And obviously, he sort of just excels having a lot of space to run in and such. So that really does help his game. Yeah.
So as Biggleswade has gone through the season, they're kind of about 2/3 to a halfway through. You guys have had since the return here a couple games that have been excellent. Scored 11 goals between the two of them and
Yeah.
have two victories. You're sitting at the top of the table. What do you think the chances are for Biggleswade to be able to keep up this kind of form and look at possibly promotion and promotion playoff at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think they've got a fantastic chance, at the top of the table, of course, and obviously they've got the momentum at the moment, and they had that pre-lockdown as well. I think the expectations at the club at the start of the season wasn't for promotion. I think it was just sort of you want to be up there, you want to be at the bottom of the table, but I don't think it was ever to push for promotion. I think there's one of the games. I don't think it's Einsbury. I think where we lost 4-0 in that, and obviously that was sort of a game that was like a turning point in the season. And from then on, they've just got improved better and better. There was a time in this season where we were conceding 2 goals in the first half every game, and you start to see that less and less now. And rather than just beating an opponent by 1 or 2 goals, we're starting to get 3, 4, 5 goals per game. And it's obviously just building the confidence, and obviously teams end up sort of fearing when they come to second Meadow to play us because we're obviously very aggressive on the attack and such. So I think we've got a really good chance of getting promoted. Everyone in the team seems to be gelling well together. Everyone's enjoying playing under Christian again because obviously he come back to the club this season and he seemed to
Mm-hmm.
put his imprint on the team. And yeah, it's really good because the club do have a good philosophy of how they want to play because it will stem down to like the ladies team and the under 23s. They want to play the same way, like the coaches discuss different tactics and techniques they use in training. And it's good to have that blueprint for each of the Biggleswade United teams. And you will see the ladies team as well. They've been like battering teams as well, which is really good to see. So yeah, I think it's definitely the way they've been training and how they've been taught to play is what's been the big factor this season.
Well, that and having that on all levels, it's very similar to what we have here in Chattanooga, where we have our main club, and then we also have it's an under 23, it's kind of amateur type team that plays locally, and then of course the women's program as well. And our women's program is very talented and does a good job. They unfortunately didn't get to play this summer with all the COVID lockdowns, so it's great to see your
Mm-hmm.
ladies out there and doing well. Uh, Tell me about Second Meadow. as you're able to kind of travel around and see the different grounds, how does it rank in non-league football, and what's kind of maybe the most charming part of it to you?
So yeah, I've been to a good few stadiums now, and they are all quite different. So obviously, some are like closer to the pitch, like the stands. Some are a bit more well back.
Hmm.
But I think Second Meadow is just like it's funny enough. It's not like the biggest stadium in Biggleswade because I think it's Biggleswade Town also have a stadium that's actually slightly bigger. But I mean, it's just like the groundsman team and that just look after the pitch really well. So it's always looking really high quality. And just like the whole work that goes along around the stadium and that to keep it in like good nick is what's really makes it like feel like a really good place, like a special home for the team. But I mean,
Hmm.
going around the grounds and such, you do get some nice ones, and then you'll get like some where the pitch isn't quite looked after as well. It'll be like really muddy and that, and it's just not good for playing on all the time. Um, but yeah, I mean, they're all the like the pitches are in like little towns and that, so it's nice to go around to different towns to see different places and such. Some teams will have like big backing, and there was one game I was at early in the season when it was pushing 400 fans in this little ground, so that was really cool.
Oh wow.
And the
Yeah.
atmosphere gets going and that, and I think they had a drum in the stand as well, which is really cool to see. And then obviously you go to we went. I think it was we played at Cambridge City, but we played at Histon's ground, and obviously Histon, obviously a few tiers above us, and their
Uh-huh.
stadium was really nice and well looked after, and they had proper massive stands in theirs. So that was really good to see. I think that was in the FA Cup. That one was, so that was really cool to, especially be able to
Right.
play in the FA Cup as well, to be able to see these stadiums, these bigger teams playing. Um, but yeah, Second Meadow is really nice because it's just nice and close in the community, and it's just like a very friendly place to go, and you feel welcomed every time you go there. The clubhouse and everything they've set up there. So yeah, I really enjoy going there.
Yeah, so we talked on Twitter, and established that you're a cider guy. That's the go-to at the bar. Um,
Yeah.
if you've seen pictures, we also like the food here on Soccer Chat. So what's the best snack? What's the thing that you can find while you're there at the game to watch the match?
The thing I go for is the hot dog and a Snickers bar. That's
Aha.
probably like the
Okay.
perfect combination for me. And then normally, as it's cold at the moment, I'll go for a hot chocolate. Just keeps me warm throughout the game. And then after the game, we'll go into the clubhouse, and I think it was like a Bulmer's cider or something we'll have as well, which is really nice. And it's on the house as well because we'd help out there, so that's really cool as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really good service they have.
Yeah. Nothing beats free cider. That's for sure.
No, it can get pretty dangerous.
Yeah. So you said that you're a gamer, doing the YouTube videos and things. Are you? Do you play FIFA?
Yes, yeah, I play FIFA, I play Call of Duty. I sort of play all the multiplayer games and single player games, really.
Uh huh.
We're actually at the club at the moment. We're actually expanding into like an esports branch of the club. So esports competitive gaming. So at the
Oh,
moment,
cool.
a few of us are looking into that. We're sort of trying to um, build out a plan of finding coaches to be able to coach players, and we sort of want to implement how we sort of develop our footballers but into how we develop our gamers. So we want to sort of use the same how the philosophy in the club is used in football and transfer that into esports. So it's been really interesting. Obviously, we've been trying to speak to different people and learn more about it. But we're sort of just in the early stages, really trying to find some teams and such. But it's
Yeah.
looking really
Well, that's
promising, which is really exciting. And it's really different for a team like Biggleswade United because obviously all the big teams have it, but none of like the smaller teams in like the lower
yeah.
divisions have this sort of thing. So yeah, we're looking into going into that and having like our players stream on Twitch regularly and everything. So we have our Twitch
Hmm.
channel be more active every day and such. So yeah, it's been really exciting looking forward to hopefully getting that up in the new year.
Very cool. So when you're playing FIFA, what's the team? What's the club that you go for?
Well, I'm actually an Arsenal fan, but obviously we've not been playing the best
Okay.
at the moment, so they're not normally the team I go for. Um, sometimes I go for like Chelsea in that they have a lot of different players up front, like Werner and Giroud. You can sort of mix about with. They have a lot of pace. Obviously, you got
Yeah,
Pulisic, the American. He's obviously been
of
really
course.
good last season. He looks really promising for like a young age. How about yourself? What teams do you like to play?
Yeah, so that's good. You've definitely earned points. So Adam, with the show, is a big Arsenal guy. So you've won points with him, and I started following Chelsea because of Pulisic. Just curiosity. I wanted to see what he could do and how he fit in with the club, and just kind of started to enjoy all the other players as well, like Mason Mount and Reece James and Olivier Giroud.
hmm
So we've become kind of a Chelsea family in my household. Actually, my son just got his haircut and looks like Mason Mount. And then
Nice.
we've got Jeff as well, who's a Wolverhampton guy. And
No,
so
yeah,
we're not
they're in a good
speaking.
season as well.
Yeah, we're not speaking to Jeff because of the
No.
result from yesterday. But
Yeah, that came out of nowhere, didn't it? 2-1.
yeah, so and of course,
Um,
I love when I get on FIFA. It's usually after the family's gone to bed, and I get on career mode. So I actually just got Queens Park Rangers into the Premier League.
no way,
But
they're the team I started with. That's
was it really?
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah, I started with Queens Park Rangers. Just they got their stadium in the ground. They ended up buying like Giroud and that, and he obviously
Yeah,
scored so many goals in the championship. See, that's mad that we both started with the same team.
that's crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, Josh Roberts Law, thank you so much. And we look forward to continuing to follow the Biggleswade teams and look forward to talking to you later in the year and catching up.
Yes, thank you for having me on. Hopefully, we'll get promoted later this season, and we'll also have a bit of a party in that. It'd be really great to be able to stream all these moments for you guys. And yeah, hopefully, we'll have a good remainder of the season. And yeah, hopefully, we'll get some more wins and more high scoring games.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.